Mommy, Lily says you used to sing her the butterfly song. I dropped the plate I was washing. Shattered in the sink. My 5-year-old daughter Emma stood in the doorway, clutching her stuffed rabbit, looking at me with innocent confusion. What did you say? Lily. She says you used to sing her the butterfly song before bed. Can you sing it to me too? The room tilted. The butterfly song. I hadn't sung that song in 10 years. Not since the day my first daughter died. My name is Catherine Reynolds. I'm 35 years old. And my 5-year-old daughter has been talking to my dead child. Let me go back to the beginning. 10 years ago, I was married to a man named Mark Bennett. We had a daughter, Lily. Beautiful, bright, full of life. She had dark curly hair and green eyes and a laugh that could light up a room. She was 8 years old when she died. Car accident. Mark was driving. We were coming home from her soccer game. Truck ran a red light. T-boned us on the driver's side. I was in the passenger seat. Survived with minor injuries. Lily was in the back. Didn't survive. Mark walked away without a scratch. The guilt destroyed him. Destroyed us. Our marriage fell apart within 6 months. The divorce was finalized a year after Lily's death. I moved away. Started over. Tried to build a new life from the ruins of the old one. 3 years later, I met Daniel. Kind, steady, patient. He knew about Lily. Knew I was broken. Loved me anyway. We got married. Had Emma 2 years later. Emma never knew about Lily. I couldn't talk about her. Pain was too raw, even years later. Daniel and I agreed we'd tell Emma when she was older. When she could understand. But Emma was 5. She didn't know she'd had a sister. So how the hell did she know about the butterfly song? Emma, sweetheart, who's Lily? Emma tilted her head like I'd asked a silly question. My friend. She comes to play with me. Where does Lily come from? I don't know. She just shows up. Sometimes in my room. Sometimes at the park. She's really nice, Mommy. She tells me stories. My heart was pounding. What kind of stories? Stories about when she was little. About you. About the butterfly song and the purple blanket and the secret hiding spot under the stairs. I gripped the counter to steady myself. The purple blanket. Lily's favorite blanket, the one she'd had since she was a baby. We'd buried her with it. The hiding spot under the stairs. Lily's secret place where she'd read books and play with her dolls. No one knew about it except Mark and me. We'd never told anyone. Emma, what does Lily look like? She has curly hair. And green eyes. And she wears a red dress. She says red was her favorite color. Red was Lily's favorite color. I felt sick. Can you see Lily right now? Emma looked around the kitchen. No. She's not here. She only comes sometimes. Okay. I forced my voice to stay calm. When she comes back, will you tell me? Sure, Mommy. Emma skipped away, humming. I grabbed my phone and called Daniel at work. Catherine? What's wrong? Emma's been talking about an imaginary friend. That's normal. Kids have imaginary friends. Daniel, she's describing Lily. Silence. What? Emma's imaginary friend is named Lily. She has curly hair and green eyes. She tells Emma things that only Lily would know. The butterfly song. The purple blanket. The hiding spot. Catherine, that's not possible. I know it's not possible. But it's happening. Maybe Emma overheard you talking about Lily? Or saw pictures. We don't have pictures up. We don't talk about her. Emma doesn't know Lily existed. Daniel was quiet for a long moment. What are you thinking? I don't know. I need to figure out what's going on. That night, after Emma was asleep, I went into her room. I sat on the floor and whispered, "Lily? Are you here?" Nothing. I felt ridiculous, but also desperate. "Lily, baby, if you're here, please give me a sign." The room was silent. Till. And then Emma's nightlight flickered. Once. Twice. 3 times. I stopped breathing. The nightlight steadied. The room was quiet again. I left, shaking. Over the next week, I watched Emma carefully. She talked about Lily constantly. "Lily says she likes my drawing." "Lily played dolls with me today." "Lily says she misses you, Mommy." That last one broke me. I started researching. Child psychology. Imaginary friends. Grief. Ghosts. I found articles about children with imaginary friends who described deceased relatives they'd never met. Some psychologists called it intuition. Others called it inherited memory. A few called it the supernatural. I didn't know what to believe. I just knew something was happening. Something I couldn't explain. One afternoon, I was folding laundry when Emma came running in. "Mommy! Lily's here. She wants to show you something." "Show me what?" "Come on." Emma grabbed my hand and pulled me upstairs to her room. "She's under the bed," Emma said, pointing. I got down on my knees and looked under the bed. There, tucked in the corner, was a small wooden box. I pulled it out, my hands trembling. I knew this box. It was Lily's. Her treasure box. She'd kept special things in it, rocks, seashells, drawings. Mark and I had packed it away after she died. I thought it was in storage. How did it get under Emma's bed? I opened the box. Inside were Lily's treasures, and on top a folded piece of paper. I unfolded it with shaking hands. It was a drawing. Crayon on construction paper. 3 stick figures. A mommy, a daddy, and a little girl with curly hair. At the top, in childish handwriting, "My family." Lily had drawn this. Years ago. I started crying. "Why are you sad, Mommy?" Emma asked. "I'm not sad, sweetheart. I'm just remembering." "Lily says she's sorry." I looked up. "Sorry for what?" "She says she's sorry she left. But she had to go. She didn't want to." Tears streamed down my face. "Tell Lily, tell her I love her." "I never stopped loving her." Emma smiled. "She knows, Mommy. She says she loves you too." That night, after Emma was asleep, Daniel and I talked. "This is real," I said. "I don't know how, but it's real. Lily is reaching out somehow. Catherine, I believe you. But we need to think about Emma. If this is real, if Lily is somehow communicating through Emma, we need to make sure Emma is okay." "What do you mean?" "I mean, is this healthy? For a 5-year-old to be channeling a dead child?" I hadn't thought about it that way. "I don't think Emma's in danger. Lily would never hurt her." "I know. But still. We should talk to someone. A child psychologist. Just to make sure." I agreed. We scheduled an appointment with Dr. Sarah Chen, a child psychologist who specialized in grief and trauma. Dr. Chen met with Emma alone first, then with me. "Emma is a well-adjusted, healthy child," Dr. Chen said. "Her imaginary friend is vivid but not concerning. It's actually quite common for children to create imaginary companions, especially if they're only children or spend a lot of time alone. But the thing she says, children are incredibly perceptive. They pick up on details we don't realize we're sharing. It's possible Emma overheard conversations, saw photos, absorbed information without you realizing. We don't talk about Lily at all." Dr. Chen paused. "Perhaps that's part of the problem." "What do you mean?" "Grief doesn't disappear just because we don't talk about it. Children are sensitive to their parents' emotions. Emma may be picking up on your unresolved grief and creating this imaginary friend as a way to help you process. So, you think Emma invented Lily to help me? It's one possibility. I left the appointment feeling more confused than ever. That night, I made a decision. I was going to talk to Emma about Lily. The real Lily. The next morning, I sat Emma down. "Sweetie, I need to tell you something. About Lily." Emma looked up from her coloring. "Okay." Lily was real. She was my daughter. Your sister. Emma's eyes widened. I have a sister? You had a sister. She died before you were born. She was 8 years old. And I loved her very much. What happened to her? She was in a car accident. It was very sad. I miss her every day. Emma processed this quietly. Then she said, "Is that why you're sad sometimes?" "Yes, that's why." "Does Daddy miss her too?" "Daddy never met her. She was from before I met Daddy." Emma nodded slowly. "Lily told me she's not sad anymore. She says she's okay. She just wanted to make sure you knew." Tears filled my eyes. "Thank you, baby." Emma went back to coloring, and I felt something shift inside me. Maybe Dr. Chen was right. Maybe Emma had created this imaginary Lily to help me grieve. Or maybe, just maybe, Lily had found a way to reach me one last time. Either way, I was grateful. A week later, I got a call from an unknown number. Catherine Bennett? I hadn't used that name in years. "Yes. This is Detective Laura Martinez with the Boston Police Department. I'm calling about your ex-husband, Mark Bennett." My stomach dropped. "What about him?" "He's been arrested. I need to ask you some questions about your daughter's death." "What? Why? Can you come to the station?" "I'd rather discuss this in person." I drove to the police station, my mind racing. Detective Martinez met me in an interview room. "Mrs. Bennett, or Reynolds, I should say, we've reopened the investigation into Lily Bennett's death." "Reopened? Why?" "We received new information. From Mark Bennett himself." "I don't understand." Detective Martinez pulled out a file. "Mark Bennett came to us 3 days ago. He confessed to causing the accident that killed your daughter." The room spun. "What?" "He says the accident wasn't an accident. He says he did it on purpose." I couldn't breathe. That's not possible." Truck ran a red light. The police investigated. It was ruled an accident. The truck did run a red light. But according to Mark's confession, he saw the truck coming. He had time to brake or swerve. But he didn't. He drove directly into the intersection. He wanted the collision to happen. I felt sick. Why would he do that? He says he was depressed. Suicidal. He wanted to end his life. But he didn't want to do it alone. He wanted to take Lily with him. Oh my God. He says the guilt has been eating at him for 10 years. He couldn't live with it anymore. So he came to us. I couldn't speak. Couldn't think. My daughter's death wasn't an accident. Mark had killed her. On purpose. He's being charged with second-degree murder, Detective Martinez said gently. We need your statement for the case. I gave my statement in a daze. When I left the police station, I sat in my car and screamed. Trial happened 6 months later. Mark pleaded guilty. Said he deserved whatever punishment he got. He was sentenced to 25 years to life. I attended the sentencing. Looked him in the eye as the judge read the verdict. He looked broken. Hollow. Good. After the sentencing, I went home. Told Daniel everything. That night, I went into Emma's room while she slept. Lily, I whispered. If you're here, thank you. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for helping me find out the truth. Thank you for giving me closure. Emma stirred in her sleep and murmured, She says you're welcome, Mommy. I kissed Emma's forehead and left the room. Emma stopped talking about Lily a few weeks later. She said goodbye, Emma told me one morning. She said she has to go now, but she'll always watch over us. Did she say anything else? Emma nodded. She said to tell you she forgives Daddy Mark. And she wants you to forgive him too. I closed my eyes. Forgive him? I didn't know if I could. But maybe someday. It's been 2 years since the trial. Emma is 7 now. Happy, healthy, thriving. She doesn't remember much about her imaginary friend Lily. Just a game I used to play, she says. But I remember. I remember every word. Every message. I don't know if Lily's spirit really visited us, or if Emma somehow tapped into something deeper. Inherited memory, psychic intuition, a daughter helping her mother heal. I don't need to know. I just know that for a brief, precious time I got to connect with my lost daughter again. She told me she was okay. She told me she loved me. She told me the truth. And she told me to forgive. I'm working on it. Some days are harder than others. But I'm trying. For Lily. For Emma. For myself. Last week, Emma came to me with a drawing. I made this for you, Mommy. It was a picture of 4 people. A mommy, a daddy, a little girl, and another little girl with curly hair floating above them like an angel. That's our family, Emma said. All of us. I hung the drawing on the fridge. And for the first time in 10 years, I felt at peace. My name is Catherine Reynolds. I lost my daughter Lily 10 years ago. But she never really left. She came back through Emma, through memories, through love. She came back to give me the truth. And to help me let go. I don't know if that was a ghost, a miracle, or a mother's desperate need to heal. I just know it happened. And I'm grateful. Some people say the dead can't speak to us. But I know better. 'Cause my daughter came back. And she said goodbye. And that was the greatest gift she could have given me. Rest in peace, my beautiful Lily. I love you. Always.